What is up, 1320 fans? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to day one of Sick Week 2024. We just got done with the drivers meeting. They just called cars to lanes. We're kicking the week off here at Orlando Speedway. So we've got racing from about 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. after which all of these cars that are on the property, all 336 of them, have to turn in their time slips and then make their way to Bradenton Motorsports Park tonight. Out of all the drag and drives out there, Sick Week is the Super Bowl of drag and drives. All the craziest cars come out, all the fastest cars. There are 12 cars in the Unlimited class, which is the really big boy class, 6, maybe even 5-second cars, and there are 27 stick cars on the property. That's a crazy stick class. All right, guys, with that being said, let's take you guys to the racing action. Camaro. Fun fact about this car, it is naturally aspirated. Keep that in mind when the thing goes down the track. .776, 176. Naturally aspirated.
First of all, high five. I was just told that was your personal best.
Yes.
That's your PB?
Personal best.
On day one of Sick Week. Not bad. Looks like your testing worked pretty well.
Yes, I started to get antsy yesterday because we didn't make a test pass, but I studied data, and even though we didn't make a quarter-mile pass really in our 4 days of testing prior, I felt confident in our data, but I always start second-guessing myself, and I put what I thought. Nick and I looked at it some last night as well, and 679 and 214, so I'm very happy.
So the goal for the week, 6-second average, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're getting there.
And to finish, okay? If we finish and with a number like that, we weren't leaning on it hard, we were easy on the boost, I'm really happy right now.
What, real quick, real quick, what did you guys change about the setup that's making it work so much better this year?
One, we figured out what we were doing. I don't want to say that. There's always something to learn, but we learned a lot about the combinations. Very similar.
You learned what the car likes.
We did, yeah. We're a little bit bigger cubic inch, 540 versus a 509.
Okay.
A little bit more compression.
Okay.
So about 3/4 of a point. And they're bigger turbos. We're really not probably using that. They're 98s instead of 88s. But yeah, no, a lot of it's just we were pushing it really hard last year, and we ended up hurting it with fuel and timing and some other stuff. And I think it's just happier right now.
Gotcha. Well, one and done.
Yes.
Get her packed up, get her on the road. We'll see you in Bradenton tomorrow.
See ya.
car from Drag Week 2019. This thing was on its roof. Obviously, they've rebuilt the car. They are back, and they're going for something in the 6s. They did a 648, I believe, during testing yesterday. Let's see what they can do on their first pass here today. Sounds like Magnus, the driver of the Ascona, went into the sand at the top of the track. They said there's a little bit of damage, but it's probably just cosmetic, so we'll probably pull it out of the sand, get her cleaned up, and they should be good for a one and done and get on the road and head to Bradenton.
What's up, Fred?
Are you fixing your little boo-boo over here? But anyway, congrats on the 628. Thank you. That's awesome. You guys just gonna pack it up and try to get to Bradenton?
Yesterday we broke a lift.
Oh.
So we turned all the shit up and the cam was hurt and stuff.
Last night?
Yeah, we were yesterday. Yeah, we have been working all night.
Have you slept yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
And the day before that we pulled the transmission apart.
The Ascona's not gonna make it easy for you. But
she's a bad girl.
Yeah. Well, congrats on the 28. We'll see you in Bradenton, man.
Hey, 238. Fucking shit was trucking. Speed tape. Speed tape.
See you, man.
Oh yeah, no, we're super happy with that. Like we're at least getting down to where our starting point should have been.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
getting it figured out.
We went an ass backwards way to do it. Well, we did hook the tire and it worked.
Gotcha.
So,
are you guys gonna be happy with that? You're gonna go back up for another one?
Nope, we're happy with that. So
okay, cool.
we'll get around, talk to some people, do some crap, and then hit the road. But no,
enjoy your own event. You know?
Yeah, we'll take that as like as a one and done to move on and come back in it. That's couldn't be happier that we finally got to freaking leave. I wouldn't a week ago.
Yeah.
I would probably tell you I'm not happy with that. But like with the week we've had on just trying to get it to go down, I mean, I'll say I'm happy with that.
Well, it was really cool seeing this thing make, like, it really did look like a good drag car making a pass. And it sounded, this thing's loud as hell, too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware of this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
good pass, and we'll see you in Bradenton, buddy.
Cool. Awesome.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
Fred.
See ya.
Up next, we have probably the fastest car on the property, Mr. Jeff Lutz. In testing yesterday, he did a 619 and then backed it up with a 612 later in the evening. His goal for the week is to beat the drag and drive average, which is his own record, and I believe it's a 619 average throughout the entire week. 6:15 at 2:47. He got a little out of the group, but he stayed in it. I think he's probably going to be happy with that one and done. 6:15. That's leaving the track. This Ford Festiva was taken apart, and obviously they have it back together. We're checking it real quick.
So it's back together. We're good.
Together.
What time did you guys get done with it last night?
So we left here around 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
I went back home to Palm Bay to get some tools. Took a 20-minute just breather on the couch. Came back, worked on it until 2 a.m.
Okay.
Took about a 3-hour power nap in the car. Got up at 5:30 this morning. Missed the nut. Had to go to Ace when they opened up. Put it back together.
Gotcha. But we're good to go. It's all running good to go.
Yeah, I'm just tuning this cold weather out of it right now.
Gotcha.
But
all right.
so,
Well, good to see you guys made it to day one. Okay.
Hey, better than last year.
Don't break it, and we'll see you up there this week.
Yeah. Brings out some of the most unique, cool, crazy builds that you've seen for drag and drive stuff. One of them's right in front of me. This thing, we saw this thing yesterday. It's wild. Just check it out. So what we got is a Veal-side FD RX-7 with a 6-liter LS and twin turbos. What do you guys call this thing?
The DigiCar?
The DigiCar?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It used to have a digital camo wrap on the car. We haven't gotten to rewrapping it yet.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
It's been.
So why'd you decide to throw a 6-liter twin turbos in an FDRX7 with a Veal side kit?
Well, we've always had this one LS swapped. One of my friends is a distributor out of the UK for Veal side, and he called us up. He's like, "Hey, no one's drag raced the Fortune kit yet.
Well,
Let's do it."
I think it's more of a show car thing. That's why it's like we all saw this thing yesterday, and all of us took pictures of it and put it in the group chat. Like, did you guys see this thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's insane looking. What are you guys hoping to do with the car this week?
So it's just a stock bottom end L96. It's got a used cam in it. It's got the standard sloppy mechanics job. So LS7 lifters, LS9 head gasket, head bolts. We have it up to 25 pounds, which is about 1,200 wheel horsepower.
Okay.
It weighs a bit though, because the body kit that we put on and all the safety equipment. We went overboard with the safety equipment. So it weighs like just around 3,300.
Oh wow, okay.
So we'll probably be doing like an 8.1 or 8.2.
Okay.
Because we got to keep it somewhat soft out of the hole, because our axles are pretty weak. Can't just give it all the power out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
But our real goal is just to, first time doing drag and drive, just finish out the week.
That's the best goal for a first timer.
That's the first goal, and if we make it to Friday, then we'll hop in the computer, turn it up to 30 pounds, and see if we get a 7.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys came out. This is an awesome car to bring out to a drag and drive and sick week. Good luck on your pass. We'll see you up there, man. Did a burnout and it did a 1208 at 119. So he'll be back around. That's like I'm trying to do an 81, 82. Fox body behind me for the past, I believe, 2 sick weeks has done the 8th mile class. This thing leaves so good. It's a monster of a car, and I believe it won the past 2 years, or at least last year it did. This year, he's in modified class. He's doing 1/4 mile. I can't wait to see this thing go. Let's go check in with him. All right, you guys went from 8th mile to 1/4 mile this year.
Yes, sir.
Why did you decide to do that? You just want to go fast?
In the drag and drive community, it seems like there's more notoriety in the 1/4 mile stuff.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We didn't want to go back on the 235 until somebody broke the record that we set. So,
okay, so you guys are just gonna let that one chill till somebody breaks it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody breaks that record, we'll come back on 235.
Okay. Now, what does this thing do in the 1/4?
We've been 670s at 218.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I know in 8th mile this thing leaves. This thing is the best looking car when it leaves.
Yeah.
And it's the only convertible I've ever seen leave as hard as it does. We love this car. What are you hoping for first pass? You gonna take it easy or just going for it?
If it sticks and goes based on the track, I expect in the 50s.
Okay.
220s.
Okay.
Around there.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
See you up there. Good, just left so hard. I'm gonna guess he's gonna be happy with that one and done 641. But yeah, that thing's a bad bitch. It's gonna be a contender in the modified class. Here comes our buddy Brett LaSalle. Now last year at Sick Week, somebody in the class protested him and said he had a one-piece front end, which was illegal.
wasn't a one-piece front end, but this year they just wanted to make sure, so it's like 4 or 5 pieces now. So no way it's a one-piece front end anymore. Brett does a 635 and 238. He is on one right now. One and done for Brett, I'm sure. That is freaking awesome.
635? My boy. That was looking good.
Yeah, it was a little messed up. It was doing a little weird chip thing on the starting line, so I'm like, oh, that's not good. And then did 2 little weird spots down track, but I was like, oh, I'll stay in anyway.
So it's got more in it.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
What's the best on the car? What's the best ET on the car right now? 633.
With a 4.
You're right there.
So we've never ran these turbos to the quarter. We went 633 against Garrett at FL2K, smaller turbos. Okay. That 8th mile was a 416, right? That 8th mile was a 422.
Might have been numbers different.
Yeah.
So,
well, one and done. Yeah. Congrats, boys.
Thank you.
Get back on the road all the way. Also, I appreciate the new 8, 9, whatever 10-piece front end you just did.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like, you know, when you go to KFC and you order what piece bucket you want. Whatever piece you want, we'll put on the car.
Yeah. I've never seen.
You want a 5-piece, 6-piece, we got you.
I've never seen so many of those freaking little zerks at the front end of the car.
The color contrast really makes it, you know, look stitched together. But I was like, ah, it's fine.
All right, boys, get her packed up. We'll see you right in tomorrow.
That's it.
Roadmaster wagon. It's like, okay, how wild could it have been? Oh my God, dude. That was a wild ride. What happened exactly?
I mean, we did street and yeet back in November, and the car hooked up real well in Carolina, and it picked up the front end. I actually took a little bit out on the starting on the launch just because I didn't want it to pick up that hard, but it clipped and went. So not real sure, but it hooked hard and it upset it. It drug the trailer hitch.
Yeah.
I felt it get a little weird, and so they let out a little more than I should have. But yeah, it came down and clapped the pan, and then went for a ride. Just the pan.
Okay.
Just all it kicked in was the drain. So
okay.
Just the drain bung. But
not bad.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can get one. We'll find one and put it back together again.
Okay.
A little different than when it was a stick shift car.
I was literally about to say, can you give me a quick rundown of what it is? Because I know this thing used to be the stick car.
Yep.
It was fun, but it was just a family kind of wagon, and now this thing's got a lot more serious. So quickly, what's the setup on the wagon now?
The engine setup's still pretty much identical. Just kind of worked at it. 76mm turbo on an LS2, 408 cubic inches. But we went with a 4L80.
Gotcha.
Just because tired of breaking stuff.
Right.
Shifting the car and breaking parts constantly. And
with how much this thing probably weighs,
yeah.
Stick shift's not easy on
yeah,
it.
Exactly. So I mean, it was a clutch almost every event. So now it's
ET wise, what are you looking for with the other Roadmaster this week?
Honestly, I'm set up to go to a 10.0. We ran a 10.02 last year, and I was really hoping to do a 9 this morning, just to get a 9-second pass in, and then come back and go a little easier on it. But instead, we just went up. So
well, get a new pan on it, get her over to Bradenton, and we'll see what you can do there, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you.
See ya. Hell yeah.
Up next, we got Blaine, the crew chief, is coming up in the Motion Raceworks Mustang. Cleetus spun off the line, did a power wheelie, got out of the groove and all that. Still did a 715 at 226. Not bad. I'm sure he's not going to be happy with that, but still not that bad. And up next, we got Ruby.
Hey, James.
Thanks, Fred.
Well, first of all, congrats on you had a win last night at Bradenton?
Yep.
And then you come out here and you just first pass, get in the car, just caught up with everybody, 850 with a 0.
With a 0.
You're a bad man, my guy.
Trying, dude, trying.
Okay, so 850 class again with this thing. You've done well in that class in several different drag and drives before.
Yeah, we've podiumed a bunch. I think we won 1 or 2 of them out there in race week in Colorado and stuff like that. So we're familiar with the class and what you got to do to get there.
Anything new on Ruby this year that we should know about?
It's just got Leroy's old motor in it, so it's actually got a dark block in it now.
Oh,
so
it's got something nice in there.
something nice in it
Okay.
now. And then it got a whole rewire, so she works pretty good.
Okay. Well, congrats again on your 850 one and done.
Thank you.
We'll see you in Bradenton, buddy.
You too, buddy.
Hold on, Fred.
Not much. What happened there first pass?
Knocked the tires off. Right on, like, didn't even move.
Right.
Just knocked them off. So, which sucks is our same starting line tune as the other day. So it's just like, oh man, some variable in between there. Figure, you know.
Did you grab a button or something? Because all of a sudden you spun and then you did a power wheelie and then you were out of the groove and
so
you were still trying.
I let off the gas.
Okay.
And then I hit the gas again and did a freaking wheelie. And then I let off in the wheelie, got back in the gas again and went 226.
I was impressed with the mile per hour for sure.
Yeah, the mile per hour was there, but the ET was not.
What's the goal ET for the car this week? What are you shooting for?
Brett just went a 635, so we got to run up there with him.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. What's the best in the car that you've done?
What we go, Pete? 632 or something like that one time? Yeah, something like that. We've been 630. So
okay, so you've been there.
It's not impossible. We just gotta get it back. We just put the 4-link in the car, so it's a little different now, but
learning new suspension and whatnot.
Sort it out, yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks, brother.
We'll see you up there. Don't know what the Platycy is. Tesla Model S Plaid with a body swap with a Honda Odyssey. So it's all-wheel drive, 1,080 horsepower. I'm not sure what it does ET-wise, but he's getting the lanes right now. I'm pretty excited to see this thing go. It's such a sleeper because it's like a 4 different color Honda Odyssey, and it's 1,000 all-wheel drive horsepower. It still rolls down? I'm actually impressed.
It's got some window switches wired up.
Nice. Okay, ET-wise, what are we looking at?
Well, we got to go slower than 999. So
oh, okay.
I'm probably going to launch it normal and boost out the back to keep it higher than that 990, so I don't have to turn it in 20 seconds.
Okay. This is the weirdest because everything looks so new and modern inside, and you're so low.
Yeah, I'm really low because this seat was built for when it was E-Roy.
Yeah.
It's on the floor. Had to put a Kirky in it or some sort of racing seat so we could have some proper harnesses, so I'm kind of stuck down here on the floor for right
see everything.
Yeah,
you
no,
should be
I'm
good.
Not bad at all.
Nice. All right, man. Good luck to you.
Can't be any worse than Steve Morris sitting in the back seat of the wagon.
What's that?
I figured when I was building this thing, it can't be any worse than Steve Morris sitting in the back seat of his wagon.
Oh yeah,
He's
for
like
sure.
way back
Yeah, he's like
So I'm
18 feet
I was
from
like,
the front
if
end
you
of his
drive
car.
That, then this should be no big deal.
There you go. All right, man. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's what Jeffrey just said. It's like he can't get bitched at this week because he's not allowed to be crew. So he can only bitch at Scott to do something, and he doesn't trust Scott to do anything. So therefore, he's got to do it all.
All right. So what are, for the No Prep King fans at home that might be watching this and they don't know drag and drive stuff, they just know that Lutz is doing it. Explain to them at home basically the basic rules. Like Lutz can only have him and his co-driver working on the car. He has to take his tools everywhere. He can't be trailer. What else do they know?
Yeah, no, that's kind of the big thing. It's you and your co-pilot. I mean, those are the only two that can be wrenched on the car. You can have other competitors can help you. They just can't be in competition to be your help. So kind of in an emergency type situation, somebody can help. Now you get outside the parking lot, you get all the help you want, but you can't have support vehicles. No one can be following along with a trailer, a rig, parts, anything like that is for you. You got to carry everything in that trailer. You pull the trailer behind your car. You can stop at an auto parts store though. If you happen to know somebody who lives on the route, you can stop at their house. Like, I mean, that's fine, but you have to stay on the route. If you exit the route, you got to come back where you left the route. So there's checkpoints along there. And basically just to bring it back to the old days, that like literally like call it snake in the mongoose type thing, where they were like, they're grudge racing across the country and they have their pickup trucks or little tow rigs pulling everything with them back when there was not FedEx and next day delivery and all of that stuff. But I mean, that's it. So like Junior here, like he's racing as well, but he's in a different class, and so he's not allowed to touch the car, especially he's in one of the slower classes, so you can't, you got to make sure that's not a support vehicle.
Right.
I mean, Jeff's done this plenty of times.
Right.
Before No Prep Kings, Jeff's been a drag and drive star. So
oh yeah.
So he knows the rules, he knows the stuff with it, and that's it. It's basically you and your guys.
All right, Tom. Well, thanks for giving me the rundown on that. First of all, congrats on the 615 pass. That's awesome. Are you guys happy with that one and done? No?
Are we happy with that?
Happy with it. We'll see what everybody else does, and then we'll make a decision at the end of the night.
If he tells me to stay, I'm staying.
See what we do.
Wait, we got one of two things going on here. We can leave here with a 615, or we can go for it. And if we break it, we don't have to go far.
You have to,
we don't
the
have to
trailer's
drive.
right there. Yeah.
That's right.
And we're local to me, where I can get bring
so
back here tonight, fix it, then make the drive tomorrow.
we're gonna wait and see what everybody else does. I don't want to leave that on the table, but if I have to, I will.
Okay. And remind me, your bet that you have the ET average
Best
record
average ever,
on
yeah,
a drag and drive, and it was a 619. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, maybe
One of two things gonna happen here.
Okay.
We're either going to go into 5s or we're going to lower that average.
Okay.
Either one.
All right.
We're after something. I just don't know what.
All right. See you, boys.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Did he red light? Oh, he red lit. Damn it. No time for the wagon. All right. It's got an LS twin turbo, and it's supposed to be pretty quick. And then after that, we have the Shark Porsche, which has the massive blower and then the Shark intake up top. So we'll see what these cars can do on day one of Sick Week. Backstory on this 84 C4 Corvette that's behind me. It's got an LS and a twin turbo in it, but that's not the real story. The real story is the guy that's driving it, he's from England, and 5 days ago he got the email from the Sick Mag guys saying he was approved to come to the event. He didn't have a car, he didn't have a plane ticket, so 5 days ago he booked a ticket, flew here, got with one of his buddies, they bought that car 48 hours ago, and he's about to make his first pass of Sick Week right now. How many miles do you guys have on this unit right here from when you got it?
From when we got it. So I would tell you we've had to do a lot of auto parts store driving. I would say 3 hours.
3 hours worth of driving? What do you think it's going to do? Do you have any idea at all?
Well, we know a stock one does 13 something. So if he does less than that, it's up for sale after this video, and we're gonna buy something else.
If it doesn't do a 13.8, it's for sale.
Yeah, it's for sale.
Some guy came up to him earlier and was telling him, hey, I got a stock one, and I did a 13.8 here at this track in it. So that's what they're saying. If it doesn't go faster than a stock 96 vet, they're gonna sell it because it's slow. it did look like he got into boost a couple times, but then he had to get out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's spinning. We're worried somewhat the transmission. It's got a little whine, so I don't know. Hey, it went down.
Only you guys would buy a car in 48 hours and think, let's drive it 1,000 miles and race it.
Yeah, why not, right?
So cruising around the pits at a drag and drive, you'll see occasionally, pretty often actually, cars broken. That happens at pretty much every drag race. And there's a Javelin here, and they have the entire rear differential out of it. So let's check in.
We need to support the end of it. We're getting creative.
I don't even know what you're doing, right? What I don't know what you did or what you broke.
On the launch, the car dead hooked for the first time ever.
Well, congratulations.
And the 4-link brackets immediately ripped off the axle, and the drive shaft exploded. So we got a drive shaft coming. Yeah, we got a drive shaft coming. They took the pieces and they're going to use what's still good.
Hang on, so they took the pieces of the drive shaft and they're going to make one for you somehow?
Yeah, advanced drive line here in Orlando. They're going to make it literally as soon as the guy gets there to drop it off.
Okay.
And he's bringing it back. And the front was still good. It didn't hurt the transmission or anything. So my yoke up by the transmission was all good. The rear just exploded. And so they're going to use the front and just make a new aluminum tube that goes back.
Gotcha. So fix this. What'd you bend it back or re-weld or
We're bending it and re-welding it. We got a welder and a generator that somebody showed up with, and it wasn't the drive shaft's fault. It was the rear end brackets broke.
Gotcha.
This car was built back in the 80s and never actually raced until this year.
Well,
and they built things differently back then.
Yeah, day one's already pretty excited for you
Day
boys.
one has been good. Hey, but we're here. We got it figured out.
There you go.
Nah, good.
Mr. Tom Bailey. I want to show you guys this because this is something pretty neat. I always point it out every time we do a sick week, but check out the tires on this thing. Those are big knobby mudding tires. And why do these race cars use these mudding tires for street tires? Well, they're treaded and they're like 35 inches tall, which is the height of their race car tires, and they're way cheaper than a big tire to go on a race car for a street tire. They need that 35, 36 inch tire so they're not ramping up the RPMs on the engine so bad. So you'll see quite a few of these race cars, 6-second cars, doing mud tires on the back. It's kind of funny looking.
Look at this absolute unit right here. We gonna be doing some stunts for us today?
Maybe. I don't want to get too spicy.
The crowd's around. Hell yeah. I don't know how she'll do on track prep. We're gonna find out today. Yes.
Dude, that's prep. Quarter mile.
Got America's Death Triangle
This thing is freaking sweet. All right. So, give me the rundown of the thing. First of all, I love wagons, so I had to come over here and talk to you about this thing.
Yeah.
It's loud. It's freaking awesome. I think you guys just built it. You guys just got done with it?
Yep.
What am I looking at exactly?
So it's a my rendition of a 1981 Pontiac Le Mans Grand Le Mans Safari wagon.
They make these?
They do make
with the
this.
front end and everything?
100%.
I've never seen one before in my
You can
life.
make one, or you can buy one just like this, but it's 1981 only for this front end.
Really?
So
Okay.
they made them even from the 70s all the way through the 80s.
But 81 is the only one that had the pronounced point on the front
Correct.
end? Gotcha.
That
gotcha.
and the 4 headlights instead of 2.
Gotcha.
So it
Okay.
more looks like a Trans Am grill,
right?
But it's actually a Le Mans.
Gotcha. What's the other? There's a lot more cooler.
Yeah. So it's a big block Chevy, 540 cubic inch.
Okay.
Solid roller deal, trick flow head. It's got a Pro Charger crank drive setup on it, F3 112.
Jeez. Okay.
So right now we're only about 25 pounds of boost. It's plenty, I think.
How much power does it make?
So I don't know.
What ET did you run today?
I don't know. So
oh, you didn't light the boards. That's right. You red lit.
Yes.
I remember
So the
now.
trans brake didn't hold.
Gotcha.
That was only my 4th attempt at a pass in the car anyway. So I believe I actually left in high gear. When I came back, I thought it was in low gear. According to data log, I probably wasn't, and that's why the trans brake didn't work.
Gotcha.
I get to the other end, before I even get out of the car, the trans brake worked perfectly fine.
Okay.
So driver error. My log says it still went right around to 785 in high gear.
Gotcha.
Not terrible.
It looked good when it went down
Yeah.
track. I was just looking for boards. I looked back and was like, oh, he red lit. So you're gonna hop back in the lanes once they call you?
I'm really hoping they do call us.
Okay, that's fair.
Because they keep pushing everything back, and I feel like at a certain point they may just call it a day.
Yeah.
We keep having a lot of situations
a lot
out
of
there.
oil downs today. A lot of oil downs. Well, I love the wagon.
Thank you.
I love all wagons, but the race car wagons are my freaking favorite.
Yeah,
So,
especially when they have 4 seats.
hell yeah. Love the car. Good luck this week, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hell yeah. So there's this Dodge van behind me, right? It's called Plumber's Crack. It's got a plumber on the side of it. And it just looks like a fun car that they're just taking on sick week. Actually, it's pretty quick. Last night, it was right next to another car that had a blower out the hood, and he had him by a car. I don't know what's done to it, but I'm about to go find out. All right, man. This thing's way too fast for what it is, so I need to know what the hell you did. What is the setup? What are we looking at here?
548 cubic inch big block Chevy.
548 cubic inch big block Chevy?
Yes, sir. Turbo 400. We're running some pump gas, all motor, no nitrous on it.
No nitrous, nothing.
That was my first and only run so far. So we'll see what it runs now.
What ET was that?
1189.
89?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, no, 1189.
1189. Gotcha.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Good luck, man.
Oh no! Dang it!
Oh no! Drive shaft just ejected itself. Drive shaft just left the chat. by 3. We've had so many oil downs that they've kept pushing it back, They just called all cars to the lane, so anybody that's made a pass and wasn't happy with it wants to make another pass. Any car, any class can go to lanes right now. So we have some cars like Cleetus is in here, the gray Pontiac wagon is here. Lutz got in the lanes. Nobody's run faster than him. He said, we're gonna see how everybody else in the class runs. He's still faster than everybody by far, but he's back in the lanes trying to improve on his 615. Maybe we'll see a 5 out of him, I don't know. But the lanes are now getting packed. We're still gonna be here a few more hours, so a lot more racing to come. I should also mention that the more time we spend here at the track, the less daylight we have once we get out on the road, because they have to drive to Bradenton tonight. Racing starts at Bradenton Motorsports Park tomorrow at 9 a.m. So everybody wants to make the drive tonight. And if you're here till 6:30 at night, it's going to be dark most of your drive, and that's going to suck. I think it's 220, 230 miles, something like that. So keep that in mind. All these cars, they all have to make passes. They all have to light their passes, turn in slips. But then they have to drive 230 miles tonight after it's all said and done. Modified as well. Brett did a 6:35. Quickest Mullet has ever been, I believe, is a 6:32. So he basically has to do a PB right here to be competitive with Brett moving on to Braden. Let's see what he can do.
Buddy, off-roader, all right.
You're doing truck stuff. You're doing truck stuff with it.
Not ideal. Yeah.
Okay, how fast were you going when you hit the sand?
Well,
what exactly? Why did you hit sand? Did not?
Well, here's the deal. When you go through the traps, you're usually not on the brakes because you're waiting for the parachutes. They never hit, and then I started slowing down. I was just locking them up, unlocking, locking them up, unlocking, just trying to like use max braking. And then the chute started working a little bit, but it was too late. So I just kind of, before I got to the sand, I just kind of locked them up, went sideways, dipped in, and then I was able to drive out. Once
you just drove right out of the sand trap?
Yeah, I just checked everything was good and drove right out.
Not bad. Also, 673.
Yeah,
I know it's not a low 6, but it's still a 6.
It is a 6. I'll take it.
So that's still big.
Yeah, I'm not upset, but I'm not upset. The transmission's okay. It made some weird sounds.
All right, buddy. Well, glad you're okay. Glad the car's okay. We'll see you next time.
struggle for that thing. Mr. Jeff Lutz back up here for a second pass today. First pass was a 6:15, which is faster than anybody else on the property, period. Not fast enough for Jeff. So we're going to see what he can do right here. 647 and 172, and that's like letting out of it way, way early. Still running at 6. That's why.
Be where we were at, similar to last year.
There you go. All right. 8:25, not bad. You guys are packing up, get on the road?
Yeah, we're going to head out.
All right. We'll see you in Bradenton.
Yeah, see ya.
It is currently 5:55 p.m. They're supposed to get done at 3. All these cars behind me still need to make passes, and they still need to make a 230-mile drive tonight. That being said, Jeff Lutz ran once, did a 6:15, ran the second time, didn't go as quickly, he still ran a 6, and he's back in the lanes, literally competing against himself, I guess. I'm gonna go check in with him, see what the hell he's thinking. 3 passes and he's already way in the lead. He's going for something specific. Jeff, what are you doing, buddy?
You know what I'm doing.
Anybody else with this kind of lead already would just be like, we're just gonna pack it up.
Yeah, that don't mean nothing to me. We finally got the shake out of it, and we blew it on the tune-up, so we're gonna leave the shake out of it. We fixed the tune-up. I'm going for it.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Good luck, man.
Yes, thank you.
What happened since the last time I saw you?
Well,
what'd you break?
The transmission got hurt. I didn't even tell you. I was still at the sandstone. Look at the data log. We blew second gear out of it. So, third gear kind of caught it. Saw 9,500 RPM, and then high gear grabbed it. So, and then transmission fluid's real bad. So we're gonna try and drive it to Bradenton.
Like it is with just first and third, and just see what you.
Well, yeah, it drives okay.
Oh, okay.
On low power.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if we can get home.
What is it? TH400?
Yeah. Survivor World Cup and all that savagery, and then it's just Christmas tree race, all that, all good, and then it's just like no signs, boom, something race. That's race car. We'll be all right.
He did a 644 at 181, so not a great pass. He's swinging for those fives. I'm pretty sure he'll be done. He'll get the car back in trim and get it back on the road. But he's swinging for it. Can't say he's not. It is 6:40 p.m. We still have a 230-mile drive ahead of us, but we are done here at the track. Most people have gotten on the road already, or they're loading up their trailers and getting on the road. And unfortunately, like this Maverick behind me, some people are getting loaded up on 2 trailers, which means they're out. We had a lot of breakages today, a lot of oil downs, a lot of carnage. The track did the best they could to try to keep the track running all day. But when there's that much oil downs and breakages, not much you can do. So we're gonna try to get loaded up, get on the road here by 7 p.m. And then we have a lot of miles to go, and we'll show you guys all the stuff we see along the way. This is gonna be a long video. If you guys are still watching this video, thank you very much. I'm not sure how much more there is in the video, but it's gonna be a late night, so stay tuned. Well guys, we made it to our first checkpoint. We did get out of there by 7. It's only 7:30, and it is Exploration Tower is the first checkpoint. If you guys are new to drag and drive coverage, you have to take a very specific route. They tell you where to go. You can't get off route or it's against the rules. And when you hit your checkpoints on route, you have to take a picture of your car in front of the checkpoint. So all these guys right here are getting out to take a picture of their car to prove they were at the Exploration Tower, and then they're gonna move on with the route. Tower behind me is the first of 3 checkpoints on this route tonight. So we still have 2 more places we gotta stop. We got a lot more miles to cover. I think we're gonna hop in and kind of follow these guys to the next checkpoint, or sure for a little while. We're gonna take you guys all the carnage, all the stuff along the road. If anybody's pulled over, we'll stop, see what's going on, see if they're broken and all that. We're gonna get back on the road. We got like another 200 miles to go. First trailer burnout! Woo! First trailer burnout of Sick Week. Hell yeah. We have made it to the second checkpoint of the day, which is Bizarro's Pizza. We got a couple race cars. A lot of people sitting here waiting for race cars to go through.
They do it by the slice, Fred.
Can we get a pie in like 15 minutes? I am starving.
I see a lot of pizzas sitting right up like Vegas style. You're ready to get it.
Yeah, let's get pizza. We're starving. We haven't eaten since we left the track. We're gonna get
Pizza's
pizza.
good now.
Is it? Hell yeah. Well, shout out to the original Bizarro famous New York style pizza. It was actually pretty good. We smashed like 8 slices of that like real quick. So I think all the cars are pretty much gone. We're gonna get loaded up and head to checkpoint 3 and see what other cars we can catch on the road. All right, even though it's way too dark to see the ocean, and all the guys that left at like noon today got to see the ocean's right behind us. We can't see it, it's way too dark, but we're still gonna like try to take a peek. You can kind of hear it. All right, it might be way too dark. We're here. There's the ocean. There it is. We gotta touch it without getting the Jordans wet. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I touched it! I touched it! Alright guys, the third and final checkpoint of day 1 of Sick Week 2024. It is 11:39 p.m. Here's the Freedom Factory. We made it. We didn't see too many cars broke down on the side of the road. We saw some cars driving, but we're gonna go ahead and guess that most of the cars that broke yesterday, geez, it's so late. It seems like it was yesterday. Most of the cars that broke today probably broke at the track and they didn't make the drive. That's what I'm gonna assume. That's probably why we didn't see many. Also, we didn't leave the track till like 7. So we're tired. We might get to the hotel by midnight, might not. With that being said, that's going to go and do it for day 1 coverage of Sick Week 2024. We'll see you guys here at Bradenton Motorsports Park tomorrow.